Good morning, students. Let us solve some other exercise questions related to PN junction diode. So, question number 12. What is question number 12 here? In a PN junction, the depletion region is 400 nanometer wide. Means thickness of the depletion region is given. That is how much? 400 nanometer. D is given. Means thickness of the depletion region is given. That is D. Then D is equal to how much? 400 nanometer. So 400 nanometer is nothing but 400 into 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. Okay, because nano is nothing but 10 to the power of minus 9. And an electric field of 5 into 10 to the power of 5 volt per meter exists in it. It means what is the potential? Sorry, electric field developed in the depletion region here. That is 5 into 10 to the power of 5 volt per meter. Electric field is given. That is 5 into 10 to the power of 5 volt per meter. Then what should be the minimum kinetic energy? K means kinetic energy. What should be the minimum kinetic energy of conduction electron which can diffuse from n side to p side? In n-type semiconductor, majority carriers are electrons. The electrons are diffused from n side to p side. Okay, so we are going to find the minimum kinetic energy by using work energy theorem. What is work energy theorem here? The change in kinetic energy is equal to work done on the body. That is W is equal to K, or K is equal to W. The change in kinetic energy is equal to work done on the body. It is a work energy theorem. So we are going to express work in terms of potential difference at charge. Already you know that what is the definition of potential difference? Potential difference is nothing but work done per charge. Work done per charge. Then work done is equal to Q into potential difference. Okay. So work done is equal to Q into potential difference. What is Q here? It is nothing but conduction electron. Charge of the conduction electron. So what we have to find now? We are going to find the kinetic energy, that is Q into V. So how to find V? Already we know that what is the relation between electric field, potential difference and distance. That is E is equal to B by D. E is equal to B by D. Then B is equal to E into D. I will write it is V is equal to E into D. Then K is equal to charge into B is nothing but E into D. So by putting the values, what is the charge of an electron? That is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. Okay. So what is the electric field given here? 5 into 10 to the power of 5. 5 into 10 to the power of 5. Then what is the thickness of the depletion region given? That is 400. 400 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Okay. So now this is in terms of joule. This kinetic energy in terms of joule. We have to convert this one into electron volt. Okay. So how to convert this one into electron volt? By dividing 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. How to convert the joule to electron volt? Because we know that already 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 joule. Then 1 joule is equal to 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electron volt. I will take this one to the left hand side. That will be divided. That is 1 by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 electron volt. Means how to convert joule to electron volt? By dividing 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. That is 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. 5 into 10 to the power of 5. I will write it is 4 into 10 to the power of minus 7. Because 400 can be written as 4 into 10 to the power of plus 2. 10 to the power of plus 2 into 10 to the power of minus 9. That is 10 to the power of minus 7. Divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. This is in electron volt. Then 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19. 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 get cancelled. Then 5 4s are, that is 20 into 10 to the power of minus 2. So 10 to the power of 5 into 10 to the power of minus 7, that is 10 to the power of minus If bases are same, add the powers. 10 to the power of 5 minus of 7, that is 10 to the power of minus 2. This can be written as 0.2 electron volt. Because here 20, 10 to the power of minus 2 means divided by 100. 20 divided by 100 is how much? 0.2 into, sorry, 0.2 electron volt. Then it is the answer. It is the minimum kinetic energy. Then what about next question? Question number 14. When a PN junction is reverse biased, PN junction diode is reverse biased. Reverse biased means here P is connected to negative terminal of the battery and N is connected to positive terminal of the battery. Then the PN junction is said to be reverse biased. The current becomes almost constant. Whenever the PN junction is reverse biased, the current becomes almost constant. That is 25 microampere. Then it is nothing but a drift current. So because this current is due to the minority carriers, that is due to the minority carriers. When it is forward bias at 200 millivolt. So suppose to be this PN junction is forward biased at 200 millivolt. A current of 75 microampere is obtained. Whenever this PN junction is forward biased at the what voltage 200 millivolt, then it is a forward bias. Then what is the current in that one? It is 75 microampere is obtained. Find the magnitude of diffusion current when the diode is 3 cases given. First case is unbiased. So whenever the diode is unbiased now, the diffusion current is equal to drift current. What is the drift current now? 25 microampere. Okay. Then when the diode is unbiased, the diffusion current is equal to drift current. The drift current is how much? 25 microampere. Then diffusion current becomes, that is also 25 microampere. Next, D, reverse biased at 200 millivolt. So whenever the diode is reverse biased, there is no flow of current because it offers high resistance. So whenever it offers high resistance, there is no flow of current. Then here the diffusion current becomes 0. Then next, C, when it is forward biased at the 200 millivolt, then there are two currents. One current is due to majority carriers, that is called diffusion current. Another current is due to minority current carriers, that is drift current. By adding them, that means 75 plus 25, that is 100 microampere. So see here, what is the solution for this question? Solution is C. First case A. Okay, when the diode is unbiased, when it is unbiased. Unbiased means there is no battery is connected to the PN junction diode. Okay, when it is unbiased, then diffusion current and drift current both are equal. Because here the current is due to only minority carriers. What are the minority carriers in N-type semiconductor? Those are holes. Then what are the minority carriers in P-type semiconductor? These are electrons. Then what about drift current now? That is 25 microampere. That is the answer when it is unbiased. Next, B. What about B? When it is reverse biased at the 200 millivolt. So reverse biased means here there is no flow of current because it acts like an open switch. Okay. Then what is the current now? Current becomes 0. Diffusion current becomes 0. Reverse bias. At 200 millivolts. Okay. So what about diffusion current? The diffusion current becomes 0. Next, C. Forward bias. Forward bias means here we are going to take the total current that is due to the majority carriers and also minority carriers. Then here the diffusion current becomes. C. Whenever it is forward bias, now what is the current? That is 75 microampere. And what is the drift current? That is 25 microampere. Add them. So 75 plus 25, that is equal to 100 microampere. Then, so what is the answer now? Answer is 25 microampere, 0 ampere and 100 microampere. Then this is the answer for the given question. Now question number 16. Find the currents through the resistances in the circuit shown in the figure. Ideal diode. Ideal diode means here resistance of the ideal diode is 0. Okay. So now what we are going to find the current. Find the currents through the resistance. Okay, we are going to find the current through 2 ohm. So because the total resistance of these two is 0, because they are connected in parallel. Whenever the diodes are connected in parallel, their equivalent resistance in parallel combination becomes 0, because both the diodes having the 0 resistance. Means we are going to find the current now by using Ohm's law. I is equal to V by total resistance. Total resistance is nothing but it is the total resistance of the diodes in parallel combination plus external resistance. That is external resistance I will take, that is R. Okay. So what is the total resistance of two diodes in parallel combination? That is 0, because both the diodes are ideal. Ideal diodes having the 0 resistance. See here. How to find the equivalent resistance in parallel combination? R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Okay. So R1 is 0, R2 is 0, R1 is 0, again R2 is 0. Then equivalent resistance in parallel combination becomes 0. That means RD is 0, but R is not equal to 0 here. That is a 2 ohm. By putting the values, D is how much given? 2. Then what about RD? The equivalent resistance of these two diodes in parallel combination, that is 0. Then 0 plus external resistance is 2. Then 2 by 2, that is 1 ampere. Then what is the current here? Current is 1 ampere. Okay. Next. So see here. Question number 17. In question number 16, both the diodes are forward biased. Why they are forward biased? The P type of semiconductor of both the diodes are connected to positive terminal, and N types of both the diodes are connected to negative terminal, means they are forward biased. Next, number 17. Currents flowing in each of the following circuits A and B respectively are. Two circuits are given. Those circuits are taken as A and B here. In circuit A, what about current? In circuit B, circuit B, what about current? We have to find the currents respectively in A and B. See here. In circuit A, both the diodes are forward biased, means both conduct the current. When the diodes are forward biased, they conduct the current. So this diode conducts the current, this diode also conducts the current. But here 4 ohm and 4 ohm both are connected in parallel. So solution for the circuit A. In circuit A, then both the diodes are connected in parallel and their resistance is 0, and 4 ohm and 4 ohm. So 4 plus 0, that is 4. Again 4 plus 0, that is 4. But 4 and 4 both are in parallel. Then what is the equivalent resistance in parallel combination? That is RT is equal to 4 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4. 4 into 4 is how much? 16. 16 by 8, that is 2 ohm. Then we are going to find the current. So we find, now we got the equivalent resistance in this circuit. What is that equivalent resistance here? That is a 2 ohm. Then what is the voltage applied? 8 volt. Find the current. So again by using Ohm's law, I is equal to V by RT. So V is how much given? 8. And you got RT is how much? 2. 8 by 2, that is 4 ampere. What is the current here? 4 ampere. See here, listen here. Both are forward biased. Means both conducts the current. Means through this 4 ohm current is flowing, through this 4 ohm again current is flowing. Okay. But in this diagram, only this diode is forward biased, but this diode is reverse biased. How can you say this diode is reverse biased? because here the n type is connected to positive terminal and p type is connected to negative terminal, means they are connected in reverse bias. Okay, they are reverse bias, but it is a forward bias because p is connected to positive terminal and n is connected to negative terminal, and in parallel combination what is same? Voltage is same. Then which diode conducts the current? Only this diode, but not this diode. Okay, so what is the resistance of this diode? That is 0. Then resistance is 4 plus 0, that is 4, but it is eliminated now because it is a reverse bias. Then how to find the current? In circuit B, so here only one resistance can through only one resistance there is a flow of current, through another resistance there is no flow of current because here diode is reverse bias. Then R is equal to how much? 4 ohm. Then our aim is to find current. Then current is equal to V by R. Then V is how much? Again 8. R is how much? 4. 8 by 4, that is 2 ampere. So what is the current here? Here the current is 4 ampere. Here the current is 2 ampere. Then the current in the circuit A is 4 ampere. The current in the circuit B is 2 ampere. Then answer is 4 ampere and 2 ampere. This is the correct option. Now question number 19. The current flow through the resistance in the given circuit is, what is the resistance given? 5 kilo ohm. Here P is connected to plus 12 volt and N is grounded here. It is a symbol of grounding or earthing. Okay. So already we know that the potential drop across or the potential difference across the silicon is 0.7 volt and the potential difference across the germanium is 0.3 volt. Remember this one. So the potential difference across the silicon is always 0.7 volt and the potential difference across the germanium is 0.3 volt. Then what we have to find now? Current in the 5 kilo ohm. Listen, how to solve this one? First we have to find the total voltage. Applied EMF is how much? 12 minus the potential difference across the silicon plus the potential difference across the germanium, that is 0.7 plus 0.3. So E is how much? Applied EMF is how much? That is 12. 12 minus 1, that is 11. It is 11 volt. Okay, it is a, what is it is? It is a total EMF applied across the combination. Okay. So why we are going to take minus here? We are going to take minus because of, so the potential difference is opposite to the applied polarity. Okay, applied EMF. Then it is 11 volt. Then what about the current? The current is equal to the EMF, that is 11 divided by 5 kilo ohm. 5 kilo ohm means it is 5000. On solving this one, we will get 0.0022. Okay, and here. So I will displace the decimal point after how many digits here? 3 digits in right direction. That is why it can be written as 2.2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 ampere. So it is a 2.2 milliampere. 2.2 milliampere. So we have to subtract the sum of voltage across the silicon and the voltage across the germanium in the 12 volt. We will get the applied EMF across the 5 kilo ohm. That is how much? 11. Then what is the current in the 5 kilo ohm here? That is 2.2 milliampere. Then what about this one? 20th question. The current flow through the resistance in the given circuit is, what is the given resistance? 2 kilo ohm. 2 kilo ohm is here, it is a 2000 ohm. So two silicon diodes are parallelly connected. Okay, then they are parallelly connected. In parallel combination, what is same? Voltage is same. What is the potential drop across the silicon? That is 0.7. Here also 0.7. Subtract 10 from 0.7 because in parallel combination, what is same? Voltage is same. Okay, so we are going to find the current now. I is equal to 10 minus of 0.7 divided by 2000. 2 kilo means nothing but here 2000. Okay, so it is a 9.3 divided by 2000. On solving this one, we will get 0.00465. Again, we are going to displace the decimal point after 3 digits in right direction. So that is 4.65 into 10 to the power minus 3 ampere. It is a 4.65 milliampere. Then it is the answer. So one more thing remember here, in parallel combination what is same? Voltage is same. So what is the potential difference of silicon here? 0.7 volt. Already I said that. Here. In case of silicon, potential difference is 0.7. In case of germanium, it is 0.3. But here, which diodes are given? Silicon diodes are given. That is why we are going to take the potential difference 0.7. We have to subtract that 0.7 from the applied EMF. What is that applied EMF? 10. 10 minus of 0.7, that is 9.3. 9.3 divided by 2000, that is 0.00465